Finally, a new Space Chef devlog! Making videos is a lot of work, and making a game is also a lot of work. But I still want to show you the progress of Space Chef and what we've been doing for the last 2 years. So, to save your time, and my own, here are
2 years of game dev in 5 minutes.
To save hundreds of hours, we're using top-down engine by More Mountains. This is awesome and has a character controller, health and damage system, weapon handling, bulletproof, you name it. By the way, all assets I mentioned in this video will be linked below. We integrated the dialogue system by Pixel Crushers, and this uses a neat node editor to create branching dialogue. The code pretty much had all the features we needed, but we customized the bubbles and their animations to be a lot more bouncy. And speaking of bounciness, we're using the amazing DOTween by Demigiant, which makes it extremely easy to make smooth animations, both on UI and in-game. For animating characters and creatures, we're mostly using Spine and a super customized gunman setup, which can aim a gun in 4 directions without cheating. It seems no one has done this before and it was a very complicated setup, but I'm really happy that it works. For simpler animations like a tree, we use Unity's 2D system, and having it integrated is really nice. So, speaking of UI, we've made many prototypes which all looked pretty awesome, but in the end we ended up using a simple hotbar and inventory combination that slides up to show the full inventory. I haven't seen this in any other game before, but so far it feels really nice and doesn't block the player from moving and browsing the inventory. The inventory system is based on a YouTube tutorial by Kryzarel. It helped me learn C# a lot, and by expanding on it we have now item stashes, vendors, drag and drop, equipable items, everything working together with the Spine animated character. It's very fiddly to get lighting and post-processing right, but it makes a big difference to the atmosphere. On, off, you see? And we all love blue. You can choose from many different styles and combinations, and throughout the game you'll find more awesome apparel to be an even more awesome chef. Yeah. To create chef's home and other locations, like abandoned space stations and planets, we're using Prefab Painter, which is a really nice asset to let you place items in a 3D space. So we had to rebuild it to work in 2D, and now we can easily paint a map of floor tiles, and then we have a magical system to calculate which walls and shadows to place. Then we use Prefab Painter again to paint items on the level. The goal of Space Chef is to deliver food, so of course we need a cool gadget to receive orders. The interaction system is a big one. Everything you can interact with in the game is using this system. It's loosely based on a Unity tutorial using scriptable objects, and we modified it a lot with some really nice custom editors to set up reactions, conditions, variables, timings and everything. So we can easily connect any interactable item to any event in the game. It's a game about a chef, so of course it needs a barbecue, a cutting board, an oven, a blender, a spaceship engine barbecue. You'll be able to craft pretty much anything you'll need in the kitchen. Speaking of crafting, we have a workshop to craft gadgets and weapons, and a shipyard to repair and upgrade your ship. Unless you have a rep bot, of course. He'll gladly fix your ship while you flip burgers. And also we got Sackbot, Medbot, Gardenbot and many more to help you out. The bots are procedurally animated. They have springs and motors and stuff, and they look pretty awesome. And what would a game be in 2021 without farming? You can craft a plant box, add some soil, add some seeds, whip out your water gun and see it grow. After being lost in space while playing a game for almost 2 years, we finally added an interactive map of the solar system. From mostly scrap parts found in space, the people of Rusty Town has built their scrappy settlement. It has several interesting locations with people to hang out with and trade goods with. And don't miss the late nights at Slurkas. You'll find a lot of junk in space, and having a junk magnet is awesome. And the rope physics was really interesting and uses VERLET integration, or should I say VERLET integration? I'm not sure. We also have a drill to mine asteroids, and if you're really lucky, you'll even find gold. And in case of pirates, we'll have a gun of course. Prepare for
Epic space battles.
Making enemies appear intelligent is very interesting, and for this, we're using Behavior Designer by Opsave. It's kind of confusing, but as you slowly get the hang of it and start designing custom behaviors, it's very cool to see it in action. To find ingredients, you land on many different weird alien planets. Cyclonia is one of them. Here you'll find a myriad of creatures to either attack you or totally ignore you. Some of these guys are supposed to be really tasty, but it's up to you to choose if your menu will be vegetarian or include juicy alien meat. For now, you can save audio settings, your position in space, but this will of course be vital in the full game, so it's good to have the base working. We're using Easy Save 3 for this, again saving lots of time that we'd rather spend on coming up with silly names on food. We realized editing hundreds of items in a lot of different folders can be a pain, so we just started designing a super editor. where we can easily add new items, food, tweak weapons, and much more all in one place. Well, time's up. So to sum it all up, the game is actually kinda playable now, and maybe we started backwards by designing all the systems first, but this means that it's now much easier to build levels and add fun stuff to the game. And speaking of fun, do you wanna play Spaceship before everyone else? We're looking for alpha testers right now. Just join the Discord to apply, and here you'll also find polls, dev leaks, other cool stuff you won't find anywhere else. What's your favorite part of Spaceship? Let me know in the comments. See ya!